Welcome survivors, it's another beautiful day. Hopefully it's not our last day on Earth. As promised, this is the follow-up video to the full details for all 7 attachments for the metal pipe. I've put the link to that video on the top left part, so if you haven't watched that video, pause this one quickly and take less than 10 minutes to watch that one, and this will make a lot more sense. That video sets up the stage for this video as we went over the stats that each upgrade gives you when you attach it to the metal pipe. Now in this video we will go over the combination of attachments, mainly the spiked handle, as the other two handles are clearly worse since they don't offer any different stats and give less durability. Before we go into the combination, let's do a quick review of what the spiked handle adds. The spiked handle gives +1 in damage and +3 in durability. The damage is increased from 26 to 27, and the durability is increased from 90 to 95 hits. Moving forward, I will combine the stats of the spiked handle with the stats of each head and tally up those stats and add them together. Let's start off by combining the tin can attachment with the spiked handle. Together they add +2 in damage, +1 in critical chance, and +1 in durability, as the tin can has -2, but the spike handle gives +3. Overall, these stats add up to 29 damage. 43 damage when you land a critical hit, and you still get the same amount of chance as you did before, about 1 critical hit every 90 hits, which equals 1 metal pipe, and the durability is increased from 90 to 91. Next, we combine the saw hatchet with the spiked handle, which has the most complicated explanation yet for a stat that contributes nothing. Combine these modifications give the following: +3 in damage, +1 in critical damage, +1 in range, and +1 in durability. These stats add up to 30 damage. The critical damage is still unknown, as I didn't land a critical hit even with both attachments, but that is expected as neither increased critical chance. That's when it starts to get a little complicated. When you look in the gunsmith bench and the stats for both of these attachments, we notice that it doesn't have anything in the critical chance stat. It's completely empty. So why would this attachment have +1 in critical damage and nothing to help it land a critical hit? That question left me uneasy, and for the sake of science, I wanted to test this out and have concrete evidence. In the course of using 6 metal pipes that had the saw hatchet attached, I didn't land a single critical hit. That stat is 0 critical hits out of 400 total hits. We reached that number by adding the durability of 4 metal pipes with both attachments, which is 91. That number sums up to 364. I also used 2 metal pipes with just the saw blade attached, and the durability is 88, adding another 176. Together they add up to 540. But we also have to take into consideration the killing blow, because we only see the number that the enemy has as remaining HP when the blow is landed. Out of 540 hits, I killed around 140 zombies, leaving us with the 400 hits of clear evidence that this attachment will never help with critical damage, as you will never land a critical hit unless more attachments are made that combo with the saw hatchet and increase its critical chance. We can now use this information in the future when looking at other attachments that increase critical damage without having any modification that also increases the critical chance of that weapon. Charge it into the big one bone in the spiked handle. When the stats are tallied up, they end up being +4 in damage, +2 in critical chance, +2 in critical damage, +1 in range, and even out at 0 for durability. These stats translate to 31 damage, an average of 2 critical hits every metal pipe, 53 critical damage, and 90 durability. And lastly, the faucet and spiked handle. They have +2 in damage, +1 in range, and +4 in durability, adding to 29 damage and 96 in durability. The range again is useful when dodging the slam attack of floater boaters and toxic abominations, but it has a few other uses as well. When you are sneaking up to enemy 1 and enemy 2 charges at you, the range could help you kill enemy 1 before enemy 2 reaches you and hits you. If enemy 2 hits you before you sneak attack and kill enemy 1 will turn around and start hitting you as well. Now you have to fight off 2 zombies instead of being able to kill one off easily. The metal pipe already has a little bit of range with no attachment. Combining that range with the range of this modification will allow you to sneak attack more zombies even when another enemy is charging at you. Another use is when there are 2 zombies standing close to each other, but they're within enough distance where you can sneak up to one of them without alerting the other. The range will assist you in accomplishing this task. Lastly, between the natural range of the metal pipe and the range increased from both the metal faucet and the big one bone, you could hit the frenzy giant behind the cage in level 3 of Bunker Alpha. Now that we have all the stats for all the combinations, we can determine which is the best one. Both the tin can and faucet only add up to 29 damage. This doesn't allow you to 2-shot rabbit wolves who have 60 HP. The saw hatchet does 2-shot them, but it has a stat that adds nothing in the plus in critical damage. So by process of elimination, the big one bones ends up being the best. It also lands the most critical hits, and while it has the lowest durability, it is only 1 less hit compared to the tin can and saw hatchet. It has a high critical chance compared to the other modifications that make up for its durability, as you 2-shot 80 HP zombies whenever you do land a critical hit, meaning that you save those hits that you lost with its really negative stat on durability. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, please remember to hit the like button, share, and subscribe to help out this channel. Thanks, and hopefully today is not our last day on Earth.